Welcome to Midnight Mysteries, where shadows whisper secrets and nightmares come alive. Tonight's story is not for the faint of heart. It's a chilling encounter, a true experience that will make you question the safety of your own home. So, dim the lights, turn up the volume and listen closely, because some things are better left in the dark. Last year, I moved into an old apartment building downtown. It was my first place on my own. Nothing fancy, just a cheap spot to call home. The building had that vintage charm, creaky floors, worn wallpaper, and those old metal air vents in every room. I thought it was perfect for a fresh start. At first, everything seemed normal, quiet, even peaceful. But then, I noticed the silence was too quiet. The kind of silence that wraps around you like a thick blanket and makes you hyper-aware of every little sound. You know the feeling, like you're not alone, even when the place is empty. About a week in, late at night, I began hearing faint noises coming from the vents above the ceiling. At first, I thought it was just the building settling, old pipes making their usual groans and rattles. But this wasn't the same. This was deliberate, rhythmic tapping, scratching, almost like something was trying to get out, or in. One night, I was sitting alone in the living room, scrolling through my phone when I felt the temperature drop suddenly. The air became heavy, almost suffocating. I glanced up at the vent right above my head and froze. For a brief moment, I saw it, a pale, thin hand sliding out slowly from the vent. Its fingers curled like claws, reaching out but not quite touching me. The skin looked almost translucent under the faint light, like it didn't belong in this world. I wanted to scream but couldn't. My heart was hammering and my breath was caught in my throat. The hand lingered for a few seconds, then disappeared back into the dark vent as quickly as it had come. I spent the rest of that night pacing, trying to convince myself it was a hallucination, a trick of my tired mind. But deep down, I knew something was wrong. Something wrong with that vent. The next day, I bought a small security camera and aimed it right at the vent. I figured if anything else happened, I'd catch it on tape. For a few nights, nothing showed up on the footage, just the empty vent, silent and still. Then, on the fourth night, I woke up to a loud bang. The camera had captured something that made my blood run cold. I saw a shadowy figure, almost like smoke shaped into a person, crawling out of the vent. Its eyes were glowing faint red dots, scanning the room slowly. It didn't move like a normal person, more like it was sliding or floating. The figure reached toward the camera and the video abruptly ended. After that, things got worse. My lights started flickering constantly. I'd hear whispers coming from the vents, faint, unintelligible voices that made my skin crawl. Objects in my apartment moved on their own. Books falling off shelves, doors creaking open. I tried to leave, but every time I packed a bag, something stopped me. One night, I found a note slipped under my door. Written in shaky handwriting, it said, "You can't leave, it's waiting." I've lived here for months now, but I still hear that tapping. I still see the pale hand reach out from the vent when I'm not looking. I don't know what it wants or why it's here, but I'm terrified to find out. So if you ever hear strange noises coming from your vents, don't ignore them, because sometimes what hides in the darkness is more real and more dangerous than you could ever imagine. Thank you for listening to this chilling tale on Midnight Mysteries. If you enjoyed tonight's story, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Who knows what other dark secrets are waiting to be uncovered? Until next time, keep your lights on and your doors locked. Good night.